Okay, this is a NYSSMA solo level 3 for the alto saxophone called Arioso by J.S. Bach, arranged by Eugene Rousseau, who was a famous sax player in his own right. This tune is really all about sound. It's a really slow song, andantino et espressivo, as it says, pretty slow and also expressively. So there's a lot of musical stuff going on here. You can see there's a lot of dynamic changes, crescendos, decrescendos, and you'll probably want to add even more to it as you go, just to be musically expressive. Technically, it's actually pretty easy. There's a couple of weird things in the middle, some G sharps and F naturals, but no other really strange notes, really. Rhythmically, very easy, except for maybe the middle couple of lines around C and D. At D, you've got some triplets. Triplet, 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 triplet. Not very hard there. And the measure before C, or two measures before C, actually, starting on the high A there, you've got one and a two, a one and one. Sorry, one and a two, a three and one. There at the end, but nothing else too rhythmically tricky here. Like I said, lots of dynamics, and really it's all about the sound here. You've got to be able to get a really good sound. I would do lots of long notes before you do this. But the key signature's your friend from 4th grade, G concert scale. So I mean the B flat concert scale, your G scale. Like I said, nothing too really hard here. I'm not going to play the repeat. I'm going to play the second ending and keep going to letter B. I'll also skip over those rest at letter C just to show you the example here. Oh, and there is one little trill at the very end, two measures from the end. In a normal trill, of course, the rule is you start on the note that's there and you trill to the note above it in the scale. So in this case, it would be F sharp and G. Okay. In this case, actually, this is a Baroque trill. Bach was a Baroque composer. He was in the 1700s, late 1600s, early 1700s, and therefore trills are a little different. They actually start on the auxiliary note. They start on the note above the note that's written there. So in this case, instead of doing, you're going to want to actually start on the G and go. You know, start it slow and get gradually faster. That's the way trills usually work. But that's the trick to the trill there, so to speak. Okay, so this is Arioso. Going on a B. Even though there's no decrescendo there, I would definitely taper off that last note, just musically, that really helps. And then coming in after C. little squeaking problem there on the last line. The trickiest part of this song, I think, is the last two lines, because you've got to play a double piano really quiet as you can play, really, with a good sound. And sometimes it's kind of hard to find that area. Make sure you have nice, good air support there. That's the real key to playing quietly, is have lots of air still. There's lots of little crescendos, poco ritardando between D and E there. Of course, I slowed down a little bit. And then there's a poco rit at the end too. Rit, poco, poco, little by little until the end. Sempre forte at the very end means keep that nice and loud, keep that nice and strong until the very end. Sempre is always. And then forte, keep it always forte until the end. In other words, don't taper it off like I suggested that you do in the other one. Nothing too technical here, but a lot of potential for expression. If you are to the point where you're adding vibrato to your sound, this is a perfect one to do it in. I tried not to do it the first time when I played this through, but something like at letter A. Something like that might be a great way to sweeten up the sound. If you can't control the vibrato yet, don't use it. You need to really have good control at first. You can't put it in too much. Vibrato is a lot like the seasoning in a dish. If you're making a dish for dinner, you don't want to put too much hot pepper in something. It'll be unedible. You don't want to put too much vibrato in music. It gets really disgusting and gross. Just little bits of it here and there is really the key to doing vibrato. All right, good luck with it.